was doing 100K months, and now I'm quite proudly officially unemployed. I burned that business I didn't burn it to the ground. I've kind of handed it off to a colleague. And it just got to a point where I just felt like I was completely on the wrong path, and I guess that's what spiritual awakenings do to you. I had complete kind of ego death and dark night of the soul, to the point it literally forced me to my knees in the praying position. Something felt very, I wouldn't say biblical, because I'm not really a religious person, but my relationship with the universe now feels a lot more like God. It feels like I'm being repositioned and called to share my message, to share my experiences. And I've kind of been into spirituality for a very long time. Haven't always lived it. The human condition gets in the way from time to time. But very interestingly, because I kind of look at my path and I think, well, that was really interesting, that like my whole bookshelf, I've got a whole section on Kabbalah, for example. And as you've seen on my TikTok, I've spoken about everything that I've been through recently with spiritual awakening / mental breakdown. And it's like everybody, says, oh, if you're going through mental health, let's talk about mental health, but nobody really talks about their mental health. So I was like, I'm going to talk about my mental health. And and you'll be alarmed, when I was on Instagram, I had no less than 13 people inbox me and say, I'm so glad that you posted that. I'm also going through something. And that then opened them up, and I was like, oh, I'm onto something here. How can I reach even more people with this? Just by, one, being myself, two, being vulnerable. And then, as I said to you earlier, I think we're now, as the introduction of AI comes in, it's the authenticity economy.